I believe that God is going to perfect whatever concerns you. Amen. I've forgotten the testimony. Who sent me the testimony? It was a very powerful testimony. I don't know. Okay. I think I have it. Now, sometimes testimonies are good because they boost your faith. Now, I think one of the prophetic moments, a lady received a prophecy that she will meet someone June, July, and the person will come from the north. Okay, the person will come from where? All right. I wish we even had the video so that we'll play some of these things. Because so she said, I met someone this month on the 22nd of July 2021. You said he's going to ask for direction. That is how I'm going to meet him. And he's from the north. And I'll meet him in July. And she said the region was also part of the prophecy. And I met him on the 22nd of July 2021. And he was asking for direction. And he's from the north. You know, there are a couple of testimonies, but I don't want to be boring you with all these things. So, testimonies are very powerful, and I believe that most of you are going to have a lot of testimonies. One of the things that make Christianity and the Christian experience very interesting is testimony. You see, testimony gives you encouragement. I get me. So, the title of the message is Rejoice Evermore. What does it mean to rejoice? Rejoice is gotten from the verb or the noun joy. And joy is different from happiness. Say joy is different from happiness. You see, happiness comes with instant satisfaction. And you can be satisfied, but you are not filled with joy. Satisfaction is as dangerous. It's as dangerous as stagnation. Tell me, but satisfaction is as dangerous as stagnation. Someone is looking at me and saying, Rev, what are you saying? You mean we shouldn't be satisfied? No, you shouldn't be satisfied. Why should you be satisfied? The moment you get satisfied, you remain in the same position. So satisfaction is a dangerous thing. Are you getting me? There are two weapons of the enemy. If you are not careful, you will fall for it. One is satisfaction. The other is discouragement. These two are weapons of the enemy to keep you in the same position. One of the things the devil can do to you, if he cannot fight you, he will make you satisfied. And most of you can get satisfied at a business level, or get satisfied at a salary, get satisfied at your current position in life, get satisfied. The path of the righteous, according to Proverbs chapter 4 verse 18, is like a shining light. We shine brighter and brighter to the perfect day. There are limits to your success in life. There should never come a point to say that now I am okay. It is a weapon from the enemy. It is a distraction. And most of you are already satisfied. If your goal is to just get married, once you get married, you'll be satisfied in life. Marriage should not bring you satisfaction. That is why we should chase Jesus, because you will never finish chasing him. Are you here? Never ever, listen, that dream of, oh, me, all I want is to get to America. When you get to America, you'll be satisfied, and that's it. Many people have finished their ministry because all they wanted is to go to America. And once they got to America, that was it. They stopped praying, they stopped believing in God, they stopped fasting, they stop evangelism, they stop all the serious things they can do. So satisfaction can sometimes be a way to limit you from going far in life. And most of us have become satisfied. If God himself is not God is not satisfied. That is why he has not come. He is still waiting for souls to be won. Despite all the souls that have been won, he's saying there are more that can be won. If this place should get full and we have 300 members and we have 2-3 services, we should never be satisfied. Even with that, it's not be satisfied. You see how suddenly you where were you running to? The thing is happening outside. So where would you have passed? You would have run outside to meet it. The moment you get satisfied in life, listen, God, by the grace of God, God is going to bless all of you with money. But no matter the amount of finances that you receive, don't be satisfied. The moment you get satisfied, you are giving room for the devil to fight you. Never be satisfied. No. Job 8:7 says that though thy beginning was small, thy latter end should greatly increase. Till you leave this earth, never stop believing, never stop praying, never stop fighting for what you want. Even at the age of 84, you can still increase your millions. Is someone in church? Look at your neighbor and say, don't stop. If your aim in life is to get a car, the devil will just throw you 2 cars and you'll be satisfied in life. If you have 2 cars, you should want more, to the point where you are now dashing cars to people. When you have finished dashing cars to all your family members, now tell yourself, I'm going to dash cars to society members. When you have finished dashing cars to society members, say, now I'm going to go international. I'm going to dash cars in foreign countries. When you have finished dashing, by the time you get to foreign countries, you would have been 80 years. By that time, you have to change from cars to aeroplanes. Never have a vision that you ever finish. Are you in church? So joy is different from happiness, because happiness brings satisfaction, and satisfaction is just temporal. How many of you have eaten food and you are satisfied before? The day you ate the food and you were satisfied, was that the end of eating? Have you realized that after some few minutes you got hungry again? Especially after eating fufu. I don't know why, but when you eat fufu after some few minutes, then it's like some hunger be from nowhere. Some second wave hunger. Have you noticed? Yeah. So, if you are only looking for satisfaction in food, after eating this evening, tomorrow morning you'll be hungry. After eating in the morning, you'll be hungry in the afternoon. So satisfaction is sometimes a tool by the enemy to keep you in the same spot. That is how come celebrities get outdated, because they are so happy and satisfied with the current, whatever they are enjoying, the fame, they are enjoying the way people are applauding them. But that is. There was a quote I gave you the other day. Satisfaction is the full stop of fools, but hunger is the drive of the wise. Those who want to go far always have a hunger for more. You think, listen, after the convention, that is where I'm beginning ministry. It's not, the convention is not a sign to me at all. Nothing. Are you getting me? Yeah. I want to see another move of God in a higher dimension than I saw. That is my aim. If your desire is that God, just give me, if God can only bless me with 1 million CDs, I'll be the most grateful person on earth. You are telling lies. 1 million CDs can never make you satisfied. It's because you've never received 1 million CDs before. That is why you think 1 million can satisfy you. If 1 million can satisfy a human being, then our politicians should have been satisfied a long time ago. There is a realm that when you get to 1 million cedis, is like buying water. Rejoice evermore. I'm not even starting the message, and our time is even up. So God is commanding us to have joy, because joy is different from happiness, and joy is a way of maintaining hope. Joy is having expectation of the future. The moment you lose expectation, you have lost joy. You have joy of football. You know the kind of sensation that comes to you when you know your favorite team is about to play. There is some kind of joy. Not that you have a part in the winning bonus, but the mere fact that you are going to see, what's the name of Lukaku? Is it Lukaku? Messi, Ronaldo, Aguero, Pinocchio. There is a certain joy. There is a joy of relationship. When two people are in love, the joy of going to see your beloved, the expectation of seeing your loved one, the way your heart begins to beat. Are you getting me? Yeah, you see, you are excited. The joy of getting a new job. Do you see that feeling you get when you are going for the job and you are starting work on Monday? By Saturday, you have started ironing your dress. There is a certain joy that fills your heart. But that is not even joy. That is satisfaction, because after some time you lose that satisfaction and you now crave for another job. Is someone in church? You don't like what I'm saying? So the joy is having expectation for the future, and that is what gives you strength. Because there is nothing as strong as you knowing you have a job on Monday, and then someone comes to you that, won't you pay me my money? You talk with some confidence. At the end of the month, I'll pay you. And you know for sure that by the end of the month you'll be paid. Because why? You have joy of a coming job on Monday. So when we say the joy of the Lord is your strength, indirectly what it means is that I have expectation that God is about to do something, and that expectation is what is giving me strength. That is keeping me strong. That is what is going. That is where my hope is. My hope is not in my job. My hope is in God, that God will do it. So I have hope. Are you here? So when we say rejoice evermore, it is a tool by God to advance between or advance through darkness, because there will be darkness, there will be issues that will weigh you down, but joy is a component that God gives you so that you can walk through the valley of the shadow of death and never give up. Joy is not smiling, joy is not laughing, joy is not even singing praises. Joy is that feeling you have that everything will be okay despite whatever you see, despite the situation. I have hope that my God will come through for me. Christ in you, the hope. Where is your hope? If your hope is in husband or wife, they will fail you. Every human being will fail you at a point, including your pastor. The only person who can never fail, of course, because maybe you're expecting me to come and preach a particular message or prophesy to you. I won't prophesy to you. You'll be disappointed, because the way the prophecy is flowing, you would have said, God, let him speak to me. He comes all the way, jumps over you, goes to the next one. And sometimes the person you even brought is prophesied to the person. You say, but why? Didn't he see me? But there is only one man who can never disappoint you. His name is Jesus. He's the same yesterday, he's the same today, and he's the same forevermore. Jesus is the only one you can sleep in his presence and be assured that you wake up safe and sound. In this modern day, you can't even sleep in the presence of a man as a woman and wake up safe and sound. Okay, you don't understand what I just said. I asked anybody, did you understand what the man of God was saying? The other day I was talking to someone. I said, don't leave your beloved alone. Then you say, oh, Reverend is here. I said, okay. We were in a group. He left the beloved and went away. Then me to hear I was going. Then I left. Then now the beloved was left alone with other brothers. Then I called and said, you see, Reverend has left. Have you seen where your beloved is? They said, I thought Reverend was there. Are you in church? Joy is what keeps you going. When someone asks you, how will you make it? Say, I have joy. I have joy. I have joy. That joy is what the devil is afraid of. That is why he will do everything to discourage you. And you must do everything to encourage yourself. Are you getting me? Yeah, you must do everything to encourage. There will be days where there will be no money in the house, but you have to encourage yourself that this is just his house. God is teaching me how to manage money at the right time when he gives money so that I don't waste it. Encourage yourself in the Lord. There will be a time you don't have a job. Tell yourself it is for a reason and for a season. Maybe God is just teaching me something. The waiting period is not a time of wastage. It is a time of processing and learning. When you are waiting to see the doctor, you are not wasting time. You are just in the queue, and very soon you see the doctor. Is someone in church? So don't give up and say, oh, me there, I've been serving God all these years. No, your time will come. And when your time comes, nobody will take it away from you. Are you here? Yeah. You see, sometimes you worry about so many things. Yeah. The house I went to rent, we had to go and rent there by some kind of fast movement. We had to get there as how do you call that? Yeah, like it was an emergency. So when I spoke to the landlady, he said, "No, I'll pay you half. Then later I'll come and pay." Then at the point I was worried. Hey, where will I get money to pay? One day, after prayer, I came out. I told my wife, why are we even worried? It's two things. If you don't have the money, sack us out. You see, you have to think of the worst scenario. What is the worst thing that can happen? What is the worst thing that can happen? That you die. If you die, you are going to heaven. Case closed. That your landlady will sack you out of the house. That is the worst thing that will happen. You are not dead. There is still hope. You go back to your hometown and be free. So now, my landlady comes, she's an old woman. After I said, honestly, I don't have money. She looks at me, so what should we do? I said, so it's two options. You can rent the house and give me the money I paid you. I don't have money. What will you do? She goes, after 1 week, she calls me. Pastor, it's okay. You stay there. Stay there. You don't have an option. You just stay there. In the course of the 1 year, if you have money, you pay. If you don't have money we'll think I have some 2-bedroom and some houses at Adenta, whatever, I can give that to you. See, so now you were worried, but the person is also worried for you. What you are worried about is also worried for you. Tell your neighbor, don't worry, don't worry. Be happy. I remember when my wife was pregnant the first time. Hey, you see, first pregnancy is when you see all the dreams. You hear all the stories. Someone will call you, I saw your wife bleeding. Someone will call you, I saw your wife dead. Someone will call you, I don't know how it happens. I sowed seed. I made covenant. I fasted and prayed on the night. I said, God, do it. God, do it. Well, I'm sure God was just laughing at me. Listen, God is too faithful to begin with you and leave you halfway. If God should leave you halfway, it is only a letter he has written to the devil that you have won. And God will never give the devil an opportunity to win any battle. So he will win every battle for you. This battle, it has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with God and his glory. That is why you must rejoice. You must rejoice because the battle is not yours, it is the Lord's. You must rejoice because it is not you who will provide for yourself, it is God who will provide for you. You must rejoice because you don't know tomorrow, but God knows tomorrow. He holds the future. That is why we rejoice, because the one who holds the future also holds my life. The one who controls the future also controls my life. Are you in church? Tell your neighbor, rejoice. Have hope. Because of that, you see, let me tell you the trick of the devil. He will make you be worried for a season. For a long time, you'll be moody, unhappy, you'll be sad. Then the problem will be solved. And when the problem is solved, you are happy. Ah, God, I thank you. You came through. Then just when the problem is solved, he brings in another one. So every day, he is a master of making you sad. But at the end of the day, all the problems you were worried about, God made a way for you. So you should look at, listen, one of the ways of trusting a human being is by looking at his track record. Has God ever failed you? If God has never failed you, it only tells me that he will never fail you. You don't judge a person by what he's doing now. Look at what he did yesterday, and that gives you assurance of tomorrow. Some of us, we are too scared. You read the Bible and you see God coming through for Sarah, and you don't think God can come through for you. Listen, if God is the one that made the womb, you can give birth at the age of 60. You have no idea who you are serving. Tell anybody, rejoice. Have joy. That is what you should be doing every day. When you wake up in the morning, get yourself some praise song and just be singing and dancing, because God is about to do something in your life. Amazingly, the people in the world have more joy than Christians, because Christians think that God owes them something to do. But let me tell you, if I have promised you, I have promised Pinocchio that I will buy you this phone, I will give you this phone. Not you, I'm talking to Pinocchio. I will give you this phone. The first thing Pinocchio should do is not look at whether I can give him or not. You should judge whether I have ever given anybody phone before. If I have been giving people phone, it's a sign that I will give you the phone. That is your assurance. And number two, look at the integrity of the person talking. Are you getting me? You judge what he says and you judge the person himself. If God himself is the creator of the world, what can't he give you? So now I rest in that assurance that God is the one who has spoken, and he has promised he will never fail. Have you ever sung that song? He has promised he will never fail. I will adore him. I will adore him. He has promised he will never fail. His faithfulness is forevermore. Oh, his faithfulness. So why should I be afraid? Listen, some of you, after today's service, go and get yourself some white shirt, wear it and rejoice. When people ask you what is the occasion, tell them it is a victory sign. Tell them something good is about to happen. You are worried that what? You don't have a job. God has been feeding you even without a job. You think God will only feed you through a job? Forget it. I know people who don't have a single job, but God has made them millionaires. God is the one who can produce light when there is no source of light, because he is light. God is the one who can give you silver and gold when there is no boss to pay you silver and gold, because he says the silver and gold is mine. In the beginning there was darkness and God said let there be light. It was 3 days later before God created the sun. So for 3 days there was light without sun. And ask yourself, where did the light come from? You think God cannot give you without a source? He is your source. Tell your neighbor, God is my source. That is why we call him the I am that I am. In other words, he is my source. It will surprise you that people became rich during the COVID rather than when they were in normal times. Pinocchio, God is your source. Your boss will pay you, but God is your source. From today, you will be in your house and people will be looking for you to bless you. Someone said that Christianity is not all about receiving. It is about receiving. Before you become born again, you have to receive a person. It's about receiving. For God so loved the world that he gave, that whosoever believeth, whosoever will receive. So from the beginning of Christianity is about receiving. The Bible says in John chapter 1 verse 12, as many as received him, to them he gave. In Christianity, God does not give before you receive. You receive before he gives. Let me explain to you. Pinocchio, I'm using the phone. It looks like this phone. It may come to you eventually. In the normal, if I don't give Pinocchio this phone, he cannot receive it. But in the spiritual, Pinocchio must first receive before I can give to him. God cannot give you what you have not received. What does it mean to receive? It means that the things have already been provided in the spirit. Ephesians chapter 1 verse 3. God has blessed us with all spiritual blessings in heavenly places. So now I pick up the spiritual blessings with my spiritual antenna and know the things that God has given to me and the things I want. Then I receive them spiritually with my faith. Then God says, now Pinocchio is ready. Let me give him a car because he has received it. Pinocchio is ready. Let me give him marriage because he has received it. What have you received? Ask your neighbor, what have you received? I'm preaching. I've finished my message. Today I was going to preach for only 10-15 minutes. I don't know why I've crossed 20 minutes. Amen. Oh, I'll close it to shock you. Tell your neighbor, shock me, shock me. Are you here? So have joy. Have joy. You are going through a storm in your life. Have joy. The storm will definitely end, but you will not end. Discouragement is a weapon of the enemy to keep you in the same spot and to keep you in the past. There are some of you, you are in 2021, but your spirit is in 2020. Because of something that happened in 2020, you have not overcome. Joy is a key to move to the next level. The moment you are discouraged, it means you are living in the past. And God is not a God of the past. He is the God of the living. The moment you dwell in the past, it means you are dead. Are you in church? So from today,